After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in the field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
That throw by Brady, incomplete. Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Slant route caught by Edelman. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as he'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cam's going to run the option right. And an alley. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But I believe a Cowboy was there to get it. He was, and Dallas will maintain possession.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Watch the slant.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Over the middle, he hits Austin. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Elliott. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
That's it. That's it. Big hit.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Hey, let's get in them holes.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, a short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Cowboys on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Elliott. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Not your step. 180.
They'll try the air now with Newton. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Newton to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Lawrence Guy. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
After the made field goal, Marr back out there to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Tom Brady needing a 4th quarter comeback here. He's actually only done it 8 times in the last 5 years, but if you break that down further, the Pats in those years rarely losing in the 4th quarter like they are now. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Shotgun now for Brady. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Brady. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
That one goes for 24 yards.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't it?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
On first down, it's Elliott looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch the pass.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. This is Elliott. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Brady and the Patriots now down 6-0. A minute 45 to play. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, set 29. Alpha. Watch the run. Hey, second.
He's back to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Edelman, the intended receiver that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
Now a pass here caught by Edelman. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Now Brady. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The end result, 21 yards.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Let's go, D.
Back to throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. And Jones has it over the middle. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's go, defense.
Brady to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Edelman was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd and goal. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost them.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right, just one more element to complete the victory. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. And they have got the lead.
Makes the score Patriots 7, Cowboys 6.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. They'll break the huddle and come out with 4 receivers, 3 of them to the right side, 2nd and 7. One last throw here for Newton. Rolling to his right, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Y'all came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good.
From the area known as Patriot Place, EA Sports set for football at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Dallas Cowboys. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a first down throw for Newton. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Newton. Six yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Right to the 3. You ain't doing nothing. You ain't doing nothing.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This defense, tough to run against. And those linebackers, they'll go side to side up the field, and there they get them for no gain.
If you can't get linemen upfield to the 2nd level to occupy them, they have a field day just running to the football and putting ball carriers on the ground. Not many yards after contact when they wrap up like that.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Alabama.
And they hand it off to Dorsett. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Wait, set. Ready? Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Come on. Hey, 66.
On 2nd and 9, Brady looking deep downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. This is White on the screen. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a 1st down.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. That one hit right at the 9, but he couldn't get it to check up. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Ready? Here we go.
On 3rd down, Newton, and he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And to give this time to the tailback. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Ready? Lots of twitch.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. To throw on 3rd down, Newton. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a 1st. Two 1st downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. From the pistol, here's Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't they? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
On second down, Elliott. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Again, 11 on the play. First down, Cowboys.
All day, baby, all day. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
On first down, Newton. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Newton will bring him up first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the gun, Newton. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet, not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
After the made field goal, Maher back out there to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first time. I'll try to do better here.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Brady's saying let's go as he'll hustle him to the line. On play action, it's Brady. Going deep for Hopkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and 4.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here's Brady to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now Dallas gets set to take the field. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Austin's got it left side. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton sliding out of the pocket. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Brady. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they're the recipient of a nice gift here late in the half with a real chance to put points on the board.
And it's been a difficult half for them in terms of putting points on the board. So here with this gift, with this opportunity, they've got to find a way to cash it in.
On 1st down, Brady. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Incomplete. Out of the end zone. Byron Jones on the coverage.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position. Now facing 3rd down. Throwing now is Brady. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Josh Gordon. Incomplete. Byron Jones on the coverage.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guaranteed head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter three.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Oh, he's Philip Dorsett by himself. The 40, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 76 yards, and the Patriots have taken the lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Extra point good by Gostkowski, and the lead is now 10-3. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. On second down now, it's Elliott. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Newton. Going to take a shot for Gallup, and that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
From the gun on third down, Newton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now,
taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 40. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. James White, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Patriots add on to their lead. Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said, it's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
And of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
Yeah, my bad.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on 3rd down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Newton And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Khalil Mack able to get him down for a loss of 11, and it brings up 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
He's going to look deep down the field. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jason McCourty there to make sure that one didn't find its target. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game. But, boy, not getting that one, that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Caught on the right side by Dorsett. But I think the ball's out. It's picked up by the Cowboys.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed. I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points. Go.
There's a man, and it's Edelman for the Patriot touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Pats take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now Newton on first down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Newton now to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. The Cowboys on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Newton. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They snap it to Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
We want it. Come to my work.
Brady going to look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. The 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is secured by the Patriots. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll try the left side with Dorsett. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Now it's Dorsett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Wide 80.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Alert!
The Patriots in the victory formation as they'll take the knee.
Wait, set. Round 80. Round 80.
Watch 54. Watch 54. You run.
Go, Bandit.
Brady will take a knee here, and that should just about do it.
A loss of a yard. It's now 3rd and 13.
Wait, set. Wait, 20.
57. Come on.
Man, that's trash. That's trash.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long from Foxborough.